Well, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Michael Bennett is one of 8 people accused in connection with a South Florida sting operation targeting tax fraud. Bennett is accused of trying to get a $200,000 loan last month with false bank statements. Coming up tonight at 11, an I-Team investigation uncovers why police are getting increasingly frustrated over identity thieves cashing in on other people's tax returns. Chief Investigator Alan Cohn joins us now with one particularly disturbing example.
Brendan, this is just one example we came across. A veteran of the Iraq War who is counting on his tax return for his college education. He says he acted quickly when he realized there was a problem, and he's angry the IRS didn't act to stop his tax return from going out to someone else.
We feel for you.
Andrew Grimm is a college student and member of the Army National Guard who served a tour of duty in Iraq. He was counting on the $3,100 he was expecting back from the IRS.
I went on TurboTax and I went ahead and filed my return electronically. It got rejected about 5 times.
Grimm alerted the IRS.
They had already received a return with my name and social security number. And I explained to them that that wasn't me, that I didn't submit it.
Tampa police officer Eddie Perez patrols a section of the city where people's names and personal information are a commodity, bought and sold every day.
I've been to houses that barely have any food for their kids, no furniture in it, but they got a Jaguar sitting on, 30-inch rims in the driveway.
The I-Team was with Perez when he came across evidence and suspects believed to be cashing in on other people's tax returns. But he rarely makes any arrest even after finding this.
Page after page, front and back. Names, socials, DOBs.
According to the IRS, last year more than 250,000 fake returns were filed and $1.4 billion in refunds given out. The head of the Secret Service in Tampa says the number of cases are overwhelming law enforcement.
What I mean by epidemic is I draw an analogy to the amount of money that's coming from our government to those that file fraudulently is becoming so rampant. It's become extremely difficult, if not impossible, for law enforcement to correct the problem.
Andrew Grimm says he immediately filed this identity theft affidavit and submitted other documents verifying his identity with the IRS, but claims by the time the IRS processed the paperwork, a refund was sent out not to him, but to whoever fraudulently filed a return on his behalf.
They said that calling in and letting them know that there's a problem is not enough. That they have to have documentation.
Right, which you did.
Right, but they said it wasn't quick enough.
Grimm suspects his information was stolen during a recent visit to the doctor's office. He also says the IRS is telling him it will be 8 to 12 weeks to review his claim. Tonight at 11, our I-Team investigation shows how police are coming across individuals suspected of doing this every day, what they believe the solution is, and why it's not happening.
It's just incredibly frustrating.
And among those, the most frustrated are the police who are trying to investigate.
I can see that. Fascinating. Thanks, Alan.